Let me show you how I make this delicious food. This is my chicken. This chicken, I boiled it with some ingredients like no cube. This is the water I removed from the chicken. So this is the vegetable, the onion, the carrot, the bell pepper, orange, red, and my mushroom. So this is my cornstarch I will use to thicken the sauce. So let's go back to the pot. This is my chicken. I boiled it with some ingredients like no cube, salt, onion, and ginger and the garlic and other spices I normally use in make the food. Then I'm gonna put my carrot. Why I'm putting the carrot first is because I always want it to be cooked and to be tender. And if I don't do that, if you bring it out, it will be chewing it, as in it's gonna be raw. And I have little baby at home, so I always like to put my carrots first and make it and cook it a little bit to be tender while eating. Then I go in with my my ginger powder. The reason why I put the ginger powder as well is because I like my food to have a little bit of ginger. Then the next thing that I'm gonna put is my coriander. I like putting coriander in many of my food. It's not because I'm an Indian, but because of the flavor that it gives to meat. Then the next thing I'm gonna put again is gonna be, oh sorry, I put the ginger first. It was curry I put before, so I'm gonna put ginger again now. So this is the ginger I'm putting now, and the ginger makes the food to be a little bit spicy and tender. Then after which I will go in with my curry powder. You know, this is called curry sauce, so I have to put it generously to give it the flavor and also to give it the color. I don't normally use curry for my food. Then I'm gonna stir it for some time. After I finish stirring it, just for the whole of the spices to go through the food and for it to be able to enter the meat and make it tender. I'm going in with my mushroom. The same reason is because I want it to be cooked. Mushroom cooks a little bit longer than other vegetables, so I put my mushroom for it to also be cooked and for it to also be tender. Then I go in with the onion. This is because it serves also as a spices for me, so I go in with them and I mix all of them together. I'm gonna cover it and allow it to stay to cook for some time before I can go in with other ingredients. Okay, it has cooked for some minutes. Now I'm gonna go in with my no cube. The no cube I normally use it. I don't use chicken or beef. No, this one I normally use just a plain no cube because I already have my coriander in there, so I kind of don't want to mix it up, and I already have my chicken, so I don't want any more chicken stuff. So I already put and I just want to use plain no cube to make the food. Then at this point I'm stirring it because if you don't do that, the ingredients is gonna stay in one side, and I'm using a wooden spoon to stir it. This is because I don't want to break down all the meat or to be scraping the bottom of the pot, which will make it to start burning. So I normally stir with a wooden spoon whenever I am cooking. Then the next I'm gonna put is a little bit of pepper, blended pepper. Now, as much as I know I have a little kid at home, but I cannot put pepper so that it can bring out all the ingredients. You know, pepper gives food a little bit of a spiced up You understand? So I kind of go in with a little bit of pepper. Then the next thing that I'm going to put is gonna be, it's time for my ingredients to start going in one after the other. The first ingredients I'm gonna put is the red bell pepper. All these ingredients gonna go in at once. So I'm gonna put my red bell pepper. I'm gonna put, I will turn it and make sure it go around. I'll put the green bell pepper. These things are vegetable. Then goes in the orange bell pepper. Then I'm gonna stir all of them at once. Remember, I already have my carrot and my mushroom in there. Then I'm gonna still add a little bit of curry in it because, excuse me, I felt they are not well colored yet. So I'm gonna turn it and then I will cover it to heat up a little bit. Now what I'm putting now is a cornstarch. This cornstarch, I just took 2 spoons of cornstarch and mixed it in a water. Then I'm pouring it inside the food for it to, it serves like a thickener. And I am using original one because most times it doesn't cook long, so it's kind of thickened. You can see the thickness of this. I have to reduce the light. You can see the thickness of the food now. It has become thick and become a sauce. In this case, you can use it to eat either your rice, or you can use it to eat your yam, or you can use it, but mostly I have to taste the salt, that kind of stuff. So mostly I use it for rice. So now I put a little bit of salt to make sure it's tasty. I use sea salt anyways, but not really those one with teeth. I use the fine one because most times if you use the one that has teeth, by the time it stays in the pot, the food will be so salty. Now you can see my curry sauce is ready. You can now bring your white rice. Thank you.